Narcissists seem so confident yet so fragile at the same time. It's a paradox that has puzzled many. Narcissism, as a personality trait, is characterized by an inflated self-image and a striking lack of empathy and the need for control among others. The narcissist often seems larger than life, brimming over with self-assurance, but underneath that bravado, there's a different story. Imagine a mask, a facade that is meticulously crafted to hide the real face. This mask often portrays an image of perfection, of invulnerability and supreme confidence. Yet, beneath that mask lies a fragile self, riddled with insecurities and self-doubt. The narcissist's mask is a defense mechanism, a barrier against the world, protecting the vulnerable self from the harsh realities of life. But masks are delicate, they can crack, they can shatter. And when they do, the true face is revealed, unguarded and exposed. But what happens when this narcissistic facade shatters? Let's delve into an intriguing case study. Meet John, a successful businessman known for his charisma and confidence. John was a man who could light up a room with his presence. His charisma was magnetic, drawing people towards him, and his confidence was infectious, inspiring those around him. He was a master of persuasion. His words were his tools, and he wielded them with precision and grace. John's business acumen was unparalleled. He was the CEO of a thriving tech startup, his innovative ideas and relentless drive propelling the company to new heights. He was admired and revered, not just for his success but for his charm and flamboyance. However, beneath this dazzling exterior hid a side of John that few were privy to. John's hunger for admiration was insatiable. He thrived on the adulation of others, their praise and admiration fueling his ego. He was the sun around which everything else revolved. But this need for constant admiration made him oblivious to the needs and feelings of others. He was often dismissive of his employees, disregarding their ideas and efforts, his sole focus being his own success and glory. However, the cracks in this seemingly perfect persona started to show when faced with criticism. John was unable to handle any form of critique. It was as if his self-image was a fragile glass, and the slightest hint of criticism would shatter it. He would react with anger and hostility, lashing out at the source of his perceived slight. The final blow came when his business began to falter. John, who had always been at the top, was now facing failure. This was a reality he could not accept. The failure led him to an emotional breakdown, his shattered persona laid bare for all to see. The charismatic, confident businessman was now a mere shadow of his former self. John's story is a classic example of a shattered narcissistic persona. But what led to this downfall? The downfall of a narcissist often starts with a single blow to their inflated self-image. A narcissist is like a house of cards, built high and mighty but on a foundation that's shaky at best. Their self-esteem isn't rooted in a solid understanding of their own worth, but rather it's perched precariously on the shifting sands of external validation. Imagine a tower built not on rock, but on the whims of the wind. It stands tall and proud until a gust of adversity blows its way, and suddenly the tower isn't so stable anymore. The narcissist, much like this tower, bases their self-worth on the approval of others, on constant success, on never being wrong. But as we all know, life doesn't work that way. Our friend John, remember him? He built his self-esteem on his job, his status, the admiration of his coworkers. His sense of self was intertwined with his successes. But when he failed to win that promotion, his tower started to shake. A single failure, a single rejection, was all it took to shatter his self-image. John's story isn't unique. Narcissists everywhere build their self-worth on external factors. They cling to the illusion of perfection, for without it, they fear they are nothing. But in truth, their self-image is like a fragile piece of glass, beautiful to look at, but easily shattered. When that glass shatters, it's not just a small crack. It's a severe emotional crisis. The narcissist's world falls apart. They may react with intense anger, blame, or even self-destruction. The very thing they've been trying to avoid, feeling worthless, becomes their reality. The downfall of a narcissist is a tragic event, a collapse of the self. It's a stark reminder of the danger of basing one's worth on external validation. When the foundation is weak, the structure is bound to crumble. So we see how the inflated self-image of a narcissist can easily shatter. But what can we learn from this? Understanding the shattered persona of a narcissist can offer us valuable insights. Narcissism, as we've seen, is not merely an inflated sense of self-importance, but rather a complex and often painful condition. characterized by a fragile self-worth masked by grandiosity. A key lesson we can draw from this exploration is the importance of genuine self-esteem. Unlike narcissists who rely on external validation to prop up their fragile self-worth, we should strive to base our self-worth on our own values, accomplishments, and personal growth. This way, our self-esteem becomes resilient, not easily shattered by the opinions of others. Moreover, we've seen how narcissists struggle with empathy, often viewing others as mere extensions of themselves. This lack of empathy can lead to harmful behaviors and strained relationships. Another critical takeaway from our journey into the shattered persona of a narcissist is the importance of emotional resilience. Narcissists often crumble under the weight of criticism or rejection, as their self-worth is so closely tied to the approval of others. To build emotional resilience, we should learn to accept and learn from criticism, understand that rejection is a part of life, and remember that our worth is not defined by the opinions of others. In summary, understanding narcissism and the shattered persona of a narcissist teaches us valuable lessons about self-worth, empathy, and emotional resilience. It underscores the importance of basing our self-worth on genuine self-esteem, practicing empathy in our interactions, and building emotional resilience to navigate life's ups and downs. In conclusion, we've taken a deep dive into the world of narcissism, unraveled the complexities of the shattered narcissist persona, and drawn out lessons that can help us lead healthier, more balanced lives. Remember, a facade of grandiosity often hides a fragile self-image, so learn more about what narcissism is about so that you don't get caught in their trap. To learn more about narcissism, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.